This is Tri-State Finest. Today we're here with one of South Jersey's queens, one of the best distance runners I've ever seen. Definitely one of Tri-State's finest, Raelynne Miller.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing
Good.
Doing good.
Staying quarantined and stuff.
I've been counting the days. 59.
Oh, you really been counting for real?
59. I've been in quarantine.
We got another month.
I know that you've been doing track for a while, so I just wanted to know how it all started.
Yeah, well, I actually moved to where I started running in Millville when I was like 9. So I was playing soccer, and the coach for track for high school saw me playing with this kid and was like, "Oh, she's really fast. You want her to come out to the track and see how she runs with my daughter." So I went to the track and ran, and ever since then I've just been running. He let me go and do like USATF with him, which is like the little like track teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I started probably when I was like 10 years old at that point, and then just kept running with him all the way up through high school.
Were you like unnatural when you first began? Like, what did it just come?
Yeah, well, my second year like running ever, in the Junior Olympics, I got second in the whole like thing for the 55. The 55.
Wow.
That's tough though.
Way, but I mean, other than that, that kind of got me started into running. I loved running ever since then, and I think I was so motivated to do it because I had like a good coach, like Coach Craig from high school. I've known him since literally that point, so I saw him almost as like a father, pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
Coach Craig is a great guy.
funny.
What would be your favorite track moment so far in your career?
I gotta say, even though it wasn't my proudest moment when I fell during steeplechase at Rowan Relays.
He needs some milk.
It was so bad. It looked like I did a cannonball into the water pit.
Sounds fun though.
It was fun, yeah, definitely. I mean, looking back, it was hilarious, but jumping in that pit and then running, I felt like I was drowning.
Were people cheering when you?
Oh, so yeah, I was in first place, and then some girl had just passed me. So in my head, I was like, I really got to get her. Like, I can do it. And then the second she passed me, I was like, okay, I'm going to charge this steeple, and I'm going to jump as hard as I can. So I jumped, and when I jumped, my spike was wet. I slipped. Everyone went, oh, like,
He needs some milk.
it's my pride and joy, so.
Yeah. I always wanted to try steeple, but then the 3,000 meter part just kind of gets to my head. What would you consider to be like your biggest inspiration when it comes to track or just in life in general?
Well, I definitely think I hold my faith really close to me. I've always had faith with me, steering me towards like right and wrong. But I mean, he's always there with me when I need him. I pray. He's always there. But like people-wise, I definitely think like Coach Craig and my dad, like they were the ones who got me into track, and they brought me everywhere I needed to be, pushed me to be the person who I am today. Like without that guidance, I don't even know if I would have done track.
And I've noticed, like, from watching you run over the years, that you're very competitive. Were they part of that competitive nature?
Yeah, definitely Coach Craig taught me that. He has like, I want to say 5 kids. So just getting thrown into that dynamic, I'm the oldest of like 3. So I was kind of thrown in, and they were like, okay, let's do a race. And I was like, a race? No, but I grew into it. So it was good.
Yeah.
So I want to touch a little bit more about your track career. So you said you started track at 9 years old, and you're now, I think, probably 20. I'm guessing, assuming.
Thank you for the compliment.
What do you think is your greatest track accomplishment since in that span?
I want to say my biggest accomplishment probably was, I want to say it was sectionals of my sophomore year. So that would be 2017 or 2018. I don't know which year. But I was consistently running the 800 at like 220. I could not break 220 for the life of me. I'd been stuck there. And me and my coach, we like said a prayer before I ran, and he was like, listen, this is your race. I was seated in the slow heat. I just wanted to go out and run. And I was like I had it in me. I was like, I knew I could do it. It was my last race of the season because I didn't think I was going to make it to States, whole 9 yards. So then finally I ran. I beat everyone in my heat by like 6 or 7 seconds, and I ran at 2:16. And then the finals heat, they were all watching me, and they were like, oh, God, because they're like the top seeded girls, like 2:18. I was amazed I dropped 4 seconds. I didn't even watch the race. I ended up getting second. So I think that was my biggest achievement.
That's really good. So you said you said during that span you couldn't break 220. So after every meet, what were you like telling yourself to like get out of that groove, or trying to get out of that, or right before a race trying to break 220 before you actually did?
Well, I think during practice and like training and stuff, I always was consistently saying like, what is everyone else doing around me to be better? Like at that time, the top girl, she was from Kingsway. I raced her almost every single week because we were both group 4. And I always looked at her and I was like, what is she doing to train? What is she doing to be better? And I always thought to myself, what can I do to do even more and be better than that? So every time I would race and I wouldn't do good, I just would have to say, I got to work harder, or maybe I didn't do what I needed to do here or there, or maybe I could improve somewhere until finally it worked out. So,
Well, I'm glad it did. And so I'm going to talk about more about this year too. So you had a good indoor season. Unfortunately, your outdoor season got cut short. What do you think you can improve for, I guess, next season if we have one? Hopefully, we have a winter season.
yeah, well, freshman year was a total like game changer. I had never really traveled. Like I was good at cross country, but I had never ran like a 6K. And traveling, like I said, was so hard. Like cross country, we kind of drove around and stuff like that for races, so I was able to be like more comfortable. But every weekend, it felt like we were flying somewhere or driving like 8 hours to race. And I feel like when we would be sleeping in a hotel, maybe like my mindset wasn't right, or like I was still kind of nervous because it's new like NCAA like college running. So I was pretty consistent throughout winter, and I really think like right at the end before we left school, that's when I was finally breaking through workouts, and I was like breaking times and training that I was supposed to be doing. And that was kind of when I realized like I just need to let things be how they are. So I think looking like forward, just let it be. I mean, do what you want to do. Like everything's there. You're just supposed to have fun in the long run. And I'm so thankful and like gifted to them be able to do a D1 school and run, but you're there for the fun of it. So.
I agree. In the 800, or so you ran the 800 well this indoor season. And you said you ran cross country. So how did your transition phase happen to like going from such long distance to just an 800?
Yeah, so last year in like August and July and June and stuff like that, I was doing really like higher mileage to get ready for cross. And then even when I got into cross, it was still a big shift because I had never done that much mileage in high school. So when winter track started, I actually sprained my ankle really bad running during cross country. So I had to take 2 weeks off for my ankle. And then after that, I was doing like rehabilitation. And then I just bumped my mileage down a little bit from what I was doing during cross, and then added some workouts in. And then each week we kind of just like brought my mileage down gradually so I wouldn't get injured.
Well, you're one of Millville's most recent like great runners. So have you realized your impact that you've had on the team or on South Jersey and all?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't realize how many people I knew or like how many people knew me until going to Rutgers and like going to meets under like the Rutgers like jersey. People were still like, "Oh my God, the Millville girl," and I was like, "What the heck? Like, how do you know who I am? I don't even have the Millville stuff on." And they're like, "Well, we know you because you're from Millville," like stuff like that. And I think it's crazy. Like, I didn't think I was that big of a deal, and I mean, I still don't think Millville's that big of a deal. But you see, like Millville's like big, I guess. We a bunch of championships. Like I have 2 rings, like things like that. I didn't even realize. So
Yeah, you guys laid your mark around here. What is one piece of advice you would give to an upcoming track athlete?
definitely what I said earlier, just like let it be happy, be fun. Like I think my senior year, I had some stuff going on like in my family life that kind of affected me, and I was so stressed out all of the time. I wish I would have just let things go and just enjoyed my senior year because I was so like worried about running good. I only ran consistently, which is not bad, but you have dreams, like you want to crush your goals and you want to do all that stuff. So my senior year, like I was just so stressed out. You just gotta let things be and go with the flow.
During this pandemic, how are you like controlling your training regimens, and do you feel as though this is giving you an advantage to get better?
Well, when everything ended, our coach just said to take off. So I took a whole month off. Thank God. It was so nice. Then after the month, you got to get back into it. So I've been doing some light mileage. My plan is to just build up my calendar, like mileage up until I start cross season, just so cross isn't as hard as it was last year. I'll have more mileage under my belt. But I definitely think it's an advantage. I mean, people who, slack in this time aren't going to be as good as the people who've been working. So you got to have that mentality, like you want to be the one who's working, not the one who's slacking.
Definitely. My last question, I know it's early, like in your college career, but do you have any plans of what you want to do after college?
Yeah, unfortunately. I want to be a nurse, but everything going on right now is just so stressful. Like, I know everyone's like, I don't know if you want to do that because everything going on, but I want to be a nurse. And then I'm planning on working in the hospital for a couple years and then going back to school and getting my anesthesiology nursing degree so I could be a nurse anesthetist.
Yeah, that's great. I think you should become a nurse. Nurses are superheroes.
Thank you. I think I could do it.
Yeah. So we're going to go into another segment. So my first question would be, when you were younger, who was your celebrity crush?
Okay, Jesse McCartney, but come on guys, Jesse McCartney, like.
The singer? He was a singer, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was so good.
Who's your favorite athlete?
Lolo Jones or FloJo. There's some solid ones.
I love watching Lolo on Instagram. She's funny.
Funny. And I watched Big Brother, that TV show. She was on it.
Was she?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Cool.
Do you have any unusual talents?
Oh God. Unfortunately, I don't think I do. I mean, I just learned how to juggle, but it's not that good. So I'm still doing that.
I mean, that's something different. Like, a lot of people can't juggle. I wish I could.
I watched Sydney McLaughlin start doing it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah.
What's your go-to warm-up song?
I like any song by like DaBaby or Megan Thee Stallion, something like to hype me up.
Yeah. What's your favorite cereal?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think I'd just go plain and simple, some Cheerios.
That's not bad.
I would always go to.
Regular cereals or Honey Nut?
Oh, Honey Nut.
Okay. That's better.
Honey on them.
What's your favorite Disney show?
See, you're gonna make fun of me. Like Hannah Montana, like that's a solid.
That's a
love
very
Hannah
solid.
Montana.
It's good.
It's a great choice.
I was going through my Facebook of when I was younger, and one of my things said, I love Hannah Montana. I was like, I don't know when I wrote that, but I guess I felt that. Would you rather trade intelligence for beauty or trade beauty for intelligence?
Oh, I'd probably trade intelligence for beauty because intelligence equals like climbing the social ladder, getting up there. You don't have to be pretty to be rich.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sneaker?
Oh God.
Shoe.
I was actually just looking at some 270s, Air Max 270s on the Nike store, but I've just been keeping it simple with some Air Force Ones lately because I don't have that money.
Feel that. I'm broke too.
Air Force Ones is always a good go-to.
They are good.
What's a weird food combination that you really enjoy?
Okay, so I don't know where I learned it either because my mom and dad swear they've never had it. Whip and Jello.
Cool Whip and Jello?
It's so good.
I've had that before. I've had that at school.
Yeah, it slaps. I don't know where I learned it, but every time my mom is so Cool Whip, I have to make some Jello.
What are the 3 words that you would describe how to describe yourself?
I'd probably say outgoing, kind. I hope I'm kind to everybody that I meet. I don't know, responsible. I don't know if that's a good word. I do what I need to do for everybody. So
That's a great trait to have.
yeah, I had to learn it the hard way. Oh my God, I used to not be responsible at all.
We're gonna go to like our game segment. We're gonna play a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Oh, probably only be able to whisper.
Yeah.
Always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early.
20 minutes early.
Would you rather be able to stop time or time travel?
Ooh. Probably stop time, because if I was able to time travel, I'd probably hurt my own feelings.
Makes sense.
Walk to work in heels or drive to work in reverse.
Oh, I can't drive forward, so
Would you rather live without music or live without movies?
oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I'm a horror movie like geek, so I'd probably unfortunately say live without music. Oh, I don't know though. I'm gonna stick with my gut. Movies.
Got you.
Have to wear every shirt inside out or every pair of pants backwards.
I don't think wearing my pants backwards would be too bad because I have pockets on.
There you go.
Very accessible. Would you rather have to rock neon pink at every meet or neon green?
Probably neon pink.
That might be 5.
I do some
Pink is tough. Pink is very tough.
stuff.
Would you rather give up your cell phone for a month or bathing for a month?
Oh my God, my cell phone.
Okay.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah. Would you rather give up Snapchat or Instagram?
Probably Snapchat. Yeah, probably Snapchat.
You can make money on Instagram.
I could make money on Instagram, and I feel like I have more like a social network on my Instagram. Like, I don't use Snapchat too much, but I Snapchat like 5 people.
Yeah.
Would you rather get your paycheck given to you in pennies or never be able to use cash again?
Every paycheck or just one?
Every.
I'd probably say never use cash again, because the pennies is a hassle.
Yeah, pennies would be annoying.
And you got a card.
Yeah, I can do online orders with a card, so I mean,
Would you rather marry the smartest person in the world or marry the hottest person in the world?
probably the hottest person in the world, because the smartest person in the world would probably be like always correcting me and stuff.
Yeah, might be a rough household.
Smart person would just be like pretty over there. Or they're pretty.
Rather be always cold or always hot?
Always cold, because you can always add layers. You can never take
Okay.
layers off when you have nothing else.
Okay, true.
Makes a lot of sense. All right. We're going to end the game. Would you like to shout out your Instagram?
Oh yeah, my Instagram is just my name, Raelynne Miller. All right, well, that's my Instagram and my Twitter.
All right, bet. We appreciate you coming on. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We enjoyed it a lot.
Of course, thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
No problem.
Thank you.
Keep fighting.